been showing you guys about it, and it's something very simple, not something not something that, okay, praise God, my voice is clear now. Okay, not something that anybody should not be able to understand. It's simply following the trend. In Forex, we also say that, we always say that the trend is your friend. And that is just the truth. Once you can trade with the trend, you are good. I know some people like to, they say they trade pullbacks, but I don't believe in that because you don't know how far the market will pull back. So why are you trading pullback when you have a bigger meat that you can chew when you are trading in line with the trend? So it's very important that you are able to identify the trend. Okay. So how do we identify the trend? Is simply using the idea of order flow, order flow, order flow. And what is order flow? Order flow is identifying the direction in which the market is moving. For example, if you look at my screen, if you are coming from top down here, you can see that the market is practically coming down. At this point, it made a U-turn and then it's going up. And then at this point, it made a U-turn, it's going down. At this point, you can see it's made a U-turn again and it's practically going to the upside. But the market will not just go once like that vein. It will be going up, down, up, down, up, down. That means forming higher high, higher low. If it's bullish trend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And then if it's a bearish trend, we will be having lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. All right. So how do we identify where the market wants to? That is where our strategy comes in. We want to know exactly where the market wants to turn. So there are three things that you need to know to type them out. To the people waiting in the waiting room that are distracting my screen. Okay. Bishop.
Yeah,
Bishop.
I'll handle people waiting in the waiting room.
I have removed that. Don't worry. They will get in directly now.
Okay, because it's popping up on my screen and blocking some of my tools. All right, so there are three things you need to know. Number one, we have the other blocks. Other blocks. We have the breaker. We have the breaker. We have the source. It's the backbone of this strategy. Okay, the other blocks, the breaker, and the source. What are other blocks? What are other blocks? Other blocks are the bullish candle. So for a bearish trend, they are the bullish candle responsible for the push down at any point in time. For the bearish trend, when market is coming down, other blocks are the bullish candles. Bullish candles responsible for the push down. What do I mean? This is a bullish candle. For this is push down to this point. Okay? And then we have another bullish candle here responsible for this next push down to this point. In fact, this next one pushed this down to this point, and then we add this candle pushed down to this point. We have this candle pushing down to this point. Okay, so all these bullish candle that is on the way of the market moving downwards, we are called the bearish order blocks. The bearish order blocks. All these bullish candles are called the bearish order blocks. Okay, Let me just move it this way. These bearish order blocks. Please, if you have to write it down, in case you don't, this is new to you, write it down somewhere. These are the what? Bearish order blocks. So these are responsible for the push down. This is responsible for the push down. So those are what we call order blocks. But on the opposite direction, for the bullish move, the order blocks are the bearish candles. Bearish candles responsible for the push up at any point in time. Bearish candles responsible for the push up at any point in time. Starting from here, let me start this candle here. We can say this candle here, responsible the pull for this push up to this point. The market came down again and then pushed up to this point. Okay, but pushed up to this point. But since this is very small, I can just take it together with this. So I can say this is another order block right here. That's this guy here. Okay, and then afterwards we add this eye being broken by this by being broken at this point, and then what we expect for this push up is this next one here. That is the next order block here. And then after it, the market came down and then pushed up again to this level. And then where do we have the next order block? That will be this other block. So these are the bullish order blocks. If you can hear me clearly, please put one in the chat. Let me know we are together. Okay. Then beautiful. All right. So then there was a push up again. You can see this candle was for this push up to this upside. And then the market came. There was a kind of a break of this candle to the downside. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about what happened right here. Okay. But I just wanted to understand what are order blocks. If you understand order blocks, what order blocks are, please put 2 in the chat box. Understand what I've called order blocks. Before we go next one, please put 2 in the chat box. If you don't understand, put 3 so that I will know everybody on the same page. If you don't understand, put 3. If you put 2. Also, I can see that everybody now understand what order blocks are. Okay, Rosa does not understand what order blocks are. I'm a very patient teacher. So I'm going to take it again. Now let me use another trend. Now look at this market, obviously going down. When the market is going down, we have what we call higher high, sorry, lower high, lower high. Then we have lower low. We have lower high. We are going to use another English to define it. Lower low. Lower high. Lower low. Okay. Expanding the screen and move it down to that point. Okay. You can see this trend is going down. So what are order blocks in this bearish trend? The order blocks are bullish candles. Bullish candles, you know, bullish candles are going down, are going up, and then bearish candles are going down. Okay, these are bearish candles, are bullish candles. Okay, so in a bearish trend, order blocks are the bullish candles responsible for the push down the lower lows. That's another way to define it. The bullish candle responsible for the push down to the lower lows. Now, look at this lower low here. Now, this particular bullish candle was responsible for the push down to this point. Market pushed up again, then another bullish candle pushed it down to this next lower low. Then the market came back again. That means corrected or retraced, and then this bullish candle pushed it down up to this point. All right. So the bullish candles responsible for the push down are called the order boxes. Okay, I'm just going to take samples. These are order boxes. And take this together. This is another order box right here. So this bullish candle is responsible for the market to push down to this point. Okay, and then there was a retracement. We had another bullish candle here. We push the market down to this point. So we have another block right here. That is this bullish candle right here. Okay, so I've explained it one more time. I want to believe that we got the gist now. I want to believe that we got the gist now. So let's go to the next, which is the breaker and the source. The breaker and the source. What do you screen me? Okay, beautiful. Now, how do we identify what the source is? How do we identify what the source is? Now, let's use this bullish move as an example. Already, we know that this is a what? A bullish order block, another bullish order block. Now, this order block responds for the push up to the highest point that we can see here. This is the highest point, and then this other block was push up to this highest point. Now, at the point when we have a breaker, the only time we have a breaker is when an order block in one direction is broken to the downside. What do you mean? You can see that this other block came up, and then by the time the market is coming, it broke. The market broke below this order box with a full body candle. But the back here, you can see this candle broke this order block here. Once this order block breaks to the downside, we convert it immediately to breaker. That means we have a breaker. That means we have a breaker, and then we always use the color yellow. We always use the color yellow to identify the breaker. Now, this is a breaker. And immediately you have a breaker, you are going to have a source. A source is the highest candle that this breaker is responsible for the push. And which this candle was responsible for the push up, and then the last candle, the highest candle, will become the source. So we have this bullish candle as the highest candle here. So we are going to also identify it, and then we always color it blue. Sorry. We have the source, we have the breaker, and then we have other boxes. So, and then when you have a breaker, it is the beginning of the confirmation of the trend, that the trend has switched to another direction. Okay. Which means once you have a breaker, the next candle you'll be seeing will now become an order box, a bearish order box. So from this breaker, once it gets broken, we need to look for what? Bearish order boxes, which are the bullish candle responsible for they were pushed down. So we have this was already pushed down right here. Market pushed up and then pushed down again, but it couldn't go lower than the last the low of this other box. So cannot go another box. It pushed up again and then it pushed down until this says that this the low of this candle of this push got broke. That is the lower low got broke around. This is the next order box. This is the next order box. What do I mean? Because somebody might be asking, how do I know that this is the next order box? It's very simple. if you look at this candle, the low candle right here, this down did not get broken yet until there's another lower before you can determine that there's a new order box. So all these bullish candles in between here, they are still within the push down of this order box. Okay. So until this particular low here, which this order box is responsible for, until it gets broken before you can choose the next order box. Okay. If this is clear, please put 4. Some breaks in my line, so sorry about that. Awesome. I'll come again. Now, this is an order box responsible for this lower low, this point. Okay. Until we have another lower low before you can have another order box. So this bullish candle pushed the market down, but it did not break the low. So this cannot be called an order box. So this is still the active order box. Now the market pushed up again. This guy pushed the market to this, which did not break the last low also. So we cannot call this also another box. But when the market now pushed down and then broke this low to form another low, another lower low, so we have another order box. Okay. Now the next low we want to break now will be this low. There's a break below this low. We can have another order box. So you can see we had the bullish candle here, but it couldn't push the market down below this low. Then we had this one, this candle, this bullish candle here, pushed it down. That was one that broke this low. So we have another order box. Right? It's very important to know how to identify your order box. So another order box, which is responsible for the push down. Then it came back, touched this other box, and then pushed below again. Now the next low is where? The next low is right here. Is right here. Okay. The next low is right here. Market pushed up and then still push down. Still push down. Now, which other box pushed this market down to this point? It is this what? Bullish candle. That's the next bullish. That's the bullish candle that is responsible for the push down. So this is another other box right here. Okay. Is another other box. Okay. And then where was the low? Push this low. Some people may not may say, when the market came to this point, there was this particular bullish candle. Another, no, it did not break, but actually it broke the low. It broke this low. Look at this. If you measure, if you look at it, you will see that this bearish candle went below the last low. Okay, below the last low.
I don't know if it is the mic or the internet connection. You seem to be breaking badly.
Am I clear now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's still breaking
Hello?
somewhat.
Still breaking. I guess it's the internet. Oh. The line is breaking. No. What do we do?
It seems better now. Can move on.
Okay, all right. So you can see this bullish candle was responsible for the next push down, and then immediately market pushed up. Now, this now becomes a what? A break. This bullish candle right here, the breaker. Why? Because the market has broken it to the opposite side. It pushed down a bit and then broke it up to the opposite side. So this is a breaker. This bullish candle broke this bullish candle to the upside, broke it to the upside, and then it came back and then saw us also. So we have the source right there. Now I'm going to touch two candles. Touch two candles so that I will know you understand what we're talking about here. Now, this bearish candle and this bearish candle. This candle is 1. This candle is 2. Which one is the source relative to this breaker? This bearish candle or this bearish candle? This is 1. This is 2. Let me see. Put in the chat box. Which is the source? This is it 1 or 2? Someone is choosing. Okay. 2, 1, 2, 1. All right. Now, some people are responding. 2, 2, 2, 2. The 2s are plenty here. 1. Now, the answer is it is 1. Since this is the breaker, which was responsible for the push down, this one actually pushed down, which is the last candle at this point in time when we got this particular breaker. Okay, this was a push down. This was a push down. Okay, so it's 1. And then it came and broke this particular one. So it is actually 1, not the second one. The second will serve as a retest. Serve as a retest of the source. Okay, if it now breaks the source, that means this breaker and this source is invalid. But market came back and retested the source, just out of it, and then back up. Okay, so it is 1 that serves as the source. It is 1 that serves as the source. It is 1 that serves as the source, and they will now have a bullish move. So we're going to change our orientation. Now we're going to be looking at bearish candles serving as our order blocks. So after we understand this, we now look for how do we trade this? How do we trade it? Okay, how do we trade it? That's the next thing I want to talk about. But I just want us to understand now. This is responsible for the push up to this point, and then we have another bearish candle right here. We have another one following it, pushing market up. Okay, we have another one following it. Okay. Now, we have another one following it. Now look at this. What happened to this particular one? It got broken to the downside. So at the point when market was here, we'll have taken this as a breaker. This will be a breaker, and then the source. The source will be this candle here. But what happened after market came back to it? The market broke both the breaker and the source to the upside. So what does that mean? It means it has invalidated this source. Okay, it has invalidated this source and this breaker. So what do we do when market breaks above the source? We are going to remove it. It's no more a source. I mean, it's no more valid. Very important. You need to know that it's no more valid. It now means that we have a new order block, rather, because this order block pushed the money and it broke the source and the breaker. So we now have a new order block. Okay. Now market eventually came back down. It didn't push up anymore, but rather came back down and now broke it right here. So this is now the breaker at this point. So this becomes a breaker. and then this becomes a source. Now, how do we trade this? How do we trade this? How do I trade this? There are several ways you can actually trade this strategy. Several ways you can trade this strategy. And I'm going to show you one or two, okay? We'll show you two ways by which you can trade this strategy. One way I trade this strategy is this. You can do a breakout trade, and do break trade, and then you can do the test of other options, okay? And then you can go to 15 minutes time frame to get earlier entries following the same rule. Let me explain what I mean. So I think I need to be holding my mic in my mouth, closer to my mouth for you to hear me clearly. It's like the mic drops. You can't hear me. All right, so let's go to how do we trade this? Now let's start from what we explained. From what we explained, a breaker right here, and it's the source. This is the source. And then this is a breaker. So one way we trade this strategy is whenever you have a source and
We can't hear you. Network, maybe.
okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can now.
Okay. I'm sorry. Can I have a 3 minutes break, please? I need to go and
Sure, please.
open the door for my wife.
Sure, go ahead.
She's at the gate.
No problem.
Okay, thank you. You understand now? Okay. All right. So you see where we had a breaker and a source here, and the market stepped out. Okay. Once it does this, you don't need to there's a breaker. Let's just jump in. What would we go to it for 15 minutes, and then we'll wait for a retest. Wait for a retest. And where did that happen? And see, this was where the market broke, and it broke right here. Then it came back and then retested. So it came back and retested the breaker. So it could retest the breaker and the source together, but it came back and retested the breaker. One way we do it is whenever the market is pushing back, just the same way we look for source and breaker on 4 hours time frame. And I didn't mention that for our order flow on 4 hours. Always look for our order for 4 hours. So the same we check for order flow on 4 hours. We now use the same strategy 15 minutes. So we now go to look for the market coming to the test, giving us also a breaker on 15 minutes. Giving us a breaker. You can see the market started coming back. This is other box here. other box here. It's waiting for this push down. So practically what we need to wait for is this other box to be broken to the upside. But it held for a long time. It held for a long time. Market was coming into this particular other box, bearish other box. You know, this is let me use this color so that we can define that this is 15 minutes. Okay. So you can see the market started coming down to test this. This is a bearish move. We have other box, you know, we have other box. It tried to go up here, but it broke it. So it has invalidated this particular area. So this is the last order of response for the push down. Okay, and the market started coming up, but it couldn't break above it until it got to place. So this will have been our entry. Right here will have been at the close of this candle will have been our entry for a buy. Okay, we're going to buy at this point. Put our stop loss below the source on 15 minutes. So it will have been our entry for this particular trade. Right here will have been our entry. Let me put a mark there. So at the close of this candle, we're going to enter the trade right here. Okay, and then start riding it up. And if you go back to 4 hours, you will see that at that point, we already have an established, by the time we enter, you know, we now have another box right here, which is the bullish other box on fast. That's right. Sorry for the background noises. People are around now. No. Okay, so this was our entry, and then we are in a bullish move already. So we already have another box. Okay, has it been broken? It will respond for this place, but it has not been broken. It has not been broken yet. So on markets, when market resumes, until this other box is broken, the downside, as in this other box, as this bearish candle, that's the other box, sorry. Or this other box is broken to the downside, we are bullish on USD. So we've entered USD, we are already in. For those that are in USD, I have some of my team already in USD. They've kept it over the night. They're already in profit, and then it's bullish already. So we are holding until this market. You know, this is where our stop loss was, where the retest was on 15 minutes. This was where this was. Okay, our stop loss is here, and then our entry was here. Okay, that's how many pips. That's about 7-6 pips. That's not for me. That's about $7 you are using 0.01. Okay, but then until there is a break below this other box before we can change our orientation. Right now we are buying this trade, and then looking at what the market is forming, we already have right here. It's like it's forming a flag. Forming a flag pattern. If some of those that you know chart patterns, okay, a flag. So when you have a flag that is expecting a break to the upside, so the next thing we are doing, some people are waiting for just a break. They do break, and how does break happen? When this market breaks to the upside, now we know that we have established bullish. So once this market breaks to the upside, that's another way you trade this other flow. We know we are trading a full. So a break, retest, and then what do? We fly up. Market retest this place, then we fly up again, and we'll keep buying this trade. So that's one way to identify, use this strategy to trade. I'm going to take one more currency pair, and then I'll open the floor for questions. No audio. Are you serious? Please, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yes. It was an old
comment.
Before? It was an old comment.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. So this is another way you trade. Once you already have an established order flow, you can be using breakout strategy also. Breakout strategy. Once this guy break, and retest, what do? You push up again. Break, retest, push up again. You can be using that strategy, and then you can also go to 15 minutes to look for this break and retest. Okay, that's one way you trade it. Let me take another currency pair. I don't know which one to look at for. Let's take you should look at AUD USD. Okay, so this is AUD USD. Now, who tell me this particular currency pair, just looking at it, is it a bullish or a bearish trend? Is it a bullish or a bearish trend?
Bullish.
It's bullish. So it's practically similar to. So once you know it's a bullish trend, the thing is you have no business selling AUD USD. Once you have a trend, you have an established order flow. This is a bullish order flow. Once you have an established order flow, ladies and gentlemen, you have no business going against that direction. Some of you that you say, I want to really take pullback. Let me take this pullback. Okay, pullback in line with the trend. That is now. Can see this pullback, yeah, good enough. But look at this. It almost didn't pull back anything, and it just keep rallying. So you have an established trend, and you have no business. You have no business trading against it until you have a breaker. You have a breaker. That is where you change your orientation. Let me start trading against the other direction. But when an established trend, please ever trade against the other flow. Your flow is still, no matter what, I tell people, no matter what other strategy I know, as it confirms it's with my order flow, then I'm going to do this. I tell some people that, look, this strategy is 90% works. It works 95%. If you can sit down and master it, you can sit down and master it, I tell you, you'll be successful in this forex trading. So this is almost similar. It's moving exactly like Euro USD. I'm looking for something a bit different that we can. That's our brain. Let me check Euro card. Okay, beautiful. Look at this Euro card. Look at this Euro card. See how jaga the thing is. Can we say this is a bullish or bearish trend? Seriously, jaga, look at this now. So can we say this is a bearish trend? Bullish, if it's bullish, put bullish. If it's bearish, put bearish. Look at it very well. Let me expand the thing for you. Is it a bullish trend or a bearish trend? Okay, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. Okay, let's see. Bearish, 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 bullish, bearish. Bearish, bearish. Looks like the bears are playing in the house. Okay, let's establish that. Okay, let's establish that. For me, I don't know until I draw charts. Okay, for me, I don't know until I draw my charts. I won't just, because there's a war going on right here. There's a war between the bulls and the bears. So somebody has to win. Okay, so this has been a bearish order flow since. Okay, has anyone been broken? This was another box right here. Okay, we have another order box right here. Market tried to break it, but it couldn't break it. It wicked out of it, so it couldn't break it. Okay, and then so this was responsible for this push down to this point. Now that's this point. This point, okay. Now we have candles that have gone below this point. So which means this cannot be the last order box. Okay, it can't be the last order box. So last order box, where is the lowest candle on this chart? Lowest candle on this chart. This is 152002, and then The low of this one is 0.51996. So this is lower. 0.52. 1.52. So this candle, this bullish candle right here is a candle. Okay, so which means our order box is this right here. This guy right here is our order box. Okay, this guy right here is our order box. Okay, this guy right here is our order box. So sometimes when market pushed higher than, I like taking the wick also of the next candle. It's once we push down, I like taking it into consideration. But even if I make it this, okay, make it this, okay, this is a source. Now this guy has been broken. Let's check. This guy pushed up. Well, it's dicey. This book. I think they are coming. I'm coming. All right. So you can see that this market is so crazy. So if we look at this, you can see that probably it's been broken to the upside. But then this price is broken, its wicks are wicking down. So I think this guy is still holding. This guy is still holding because if I take in conclusion this other one, all these wicks here. So it's still bearish, until there's a clear break, a full body break above this area, So it's still bearish, So I go with this. I go with the bears also. This is still bearish. Okay, I go with the bears. Bearish for now. It has actually gone bullish on the night oil wahala. Oh my God. That's here. You're talking about here. I turned bullish.
No, the break.
Anyways.
The break. The break above that.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here, right?
Yes.
Okay. It broke, Abi. But then it came back down again.
But it still came back down again. We need a confirmation on Monday to know what to do with that.
So it's actually still, the bears are still holding. So it's still a bearish move. And then so I've been waiting for a break below, as in for the whole week I was waiting for this guy to go to the downside. What do you say?
Okay, we lost you for a moment.
Okay, I was actually waiting for I've been waiting since Monday for a break to the downside of this guy, but man, it's just dicey. So I've left this currency. So all right, if you have any question, let's have it now. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I hope I'll be able to drop on.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So guys, we have another way of entering without the use of TDI. So those of you who've been chatting me that, look, this TDI is like trying to scramble the spelling for Mississippi in Anatawa. Now you have a shorter way of entry. Once you have a break.
I also use TDI, but I'm telling you, I've removed all indicators personally.
Great.
Removed indicators. Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes they can lag. Yeah.
Sure, of course. So
but if you are able, sorry sir,
go ahead, please.
Sir, for cutting you. But if you're able to see kind of divergence, I think divergence is the only use of TDI for me. Just look out for that. I also use MACD to, if I see divergence in the market, then I can just check and remove it. But I don't depend on indicators anymore for my strategy. Thank you, sir.
All right. So having used it over a while, you now know how to tailor it to your own.
Yes.
And everybody here, we have to. If Prof tells you how he uses last step broken, He uses one Chinese man, Chai Chin. I don't know if he still uses it now with coronavirus, but he uses.
The best thing, actually, using this strategy, I don't even really depend on Chinese so much.
All right.
I just use the pivots. I just use the pivots. Once it trades below the pivots, once it trades below the daily pivots, and I'm bullish, I start looking for
Yes, that's another
LSB.
Zoom we're going to have with Prof giving us a hint. A hint.
Okay.
I know he might not want to give everything. A hint. He uses the pivots, and that is another sweet way of trading this strategy. After you've determined your trend, was it trade into your support? You are looking for reasons to want to buy. And the fact is, look at what we have on our screen. That downtrend, that second downtrend on Euro USD. Just imagine the number of pips you would have made selling as against trying to force yourself to buy. Just look at it. So we'll give room for questions because Mr. Caleb had his birthday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? So
yes,
people are still trooping. He didn't want to pass through the